So I've done videos before in the past, having been in the military, about, you know, the lack of discipline in our military these days. And it always goes back to the marching. And I said, this is the very basic level, ground level floor. This is why when you join the military, when you used to join the military, the very first thing they got you doing was spending hours upon hours upon hours of learning how to march, to be in line, to teach you different commands on marching. You did that for days before you did anything else when you joined the military, okay? You learned how to stand, you learned how to dress, you learned how to, you know, walk, march, and then it affected, because you did it so much, it really affects you the rest of your life. You can point out usually a service member just by the way he walks and holds himself, okay? Even when they're well into their old age. That's because of that training that they did back when they were younger men. And so today, I remember when I was in the military, we did route march, I think maybe once or twice. You don't know what route march is? It's basically marching without cadence or without step, okay? Normally it was left, right, left, right, left, right. But today, they don't even do that anymore. And there's so many examples, even during parades and during ceremonies, pass and reviews if you're in the Navy. They don't even do that anymore. They just route march. Everywhere they go, route march. We almost never did that. I think maybe on one or two occasions because we were holding a bunch of gear, we were actually carrying equipment, something like, if we were moving as a group, we never did route march unless it just the situation prevented to do marching, normal marching with a cadence. That is the first sign of discipline breaking down, guys. And it translates into so many other things, which is why, you know, and this is one of the reasons why I like Pete, you know, Hegseth, because he came in and he's starting to restore standards. He's starting to, now we've been without standards for all this time, which is why we're at where we're at. The picture of a Arleigh Burke U.S. Navy destroyer came out this week, and everyone talked about the condition it's in, looking at all the rust on it. If you look at this, this is not AI. The person who posted this on YouTube originally, he works on a supply ship and he posts videos of his supply ship all the time. And he came alongside, his supply ship was coming alongside an Arleigh Burke destroyer to resupply that ship at sea. And he took this video, this short video that has now gone all over social media. And it's a lack of standards. This never would have happened at sea. And I know when you're at sea and the seas are rolling like it is in this picture, it's kind of hard to work on a ship. But there are tons of times when the sea is calm that you can go out there and work on that ship, and that's what they did. You would never see a ship back in the day with this appearance. It was absolutely horrendous. And so many sailors, former sailors, veterans, commented on these videos going on that said this would never have been the case had they been in the, it's a sign of a lack of standards. We don't know standards anymore. And it's just translated because we've gone through so many years of not having these standards. It's now into everything. And I'm not just talking about the military, it's everywhere. But Pete Hegseth, he's brought back physical standards. When's the last time you saw any SecDef working out with soldiers, airmen, Marines, sailors? Never. You never saw that, ever. You were lucky to get brigade level commanders, you know, working out with sailors in the open. That was a rare occurrence. Or, you know, working out with any service members. You know, this just didn't happen. Did not happen. Now, you have these other stories that came out recently. You have fourth grade reading levels getting into college. The college professors, colleges are reporting that most of the kids who are coming into colleges today have a fourth grade reading level. Because, again, a lack of standards. We have no standards in this country. We have no drive to achieve success and to, you know, to not only achieve success and to drive that achievement, but then to pass that achievement down and to pass that pressure down into up and coming generations so that they can achieve success. It's gone. We don't have that anymore. Another story came out this week, how a calculus teacher, said that the kids in her class, in her calculus class, can't do basic fractions. How do you even get to a calculus class without being able to do simple, basic, 8th grade level fractions, 7th grade level fractions? How does that even work? The reason people have gotten to a calculus class and can't do basic fractions is because they couldn't do it then, and then they were passed on because everyone lost standards, and they pushed those kids forward anyway without failure because we leave no child left behind. That's why. That's why. We have lost standards. And what it means that when you don't meet standards, you don't pass. You fail, and you're told to try again. And so now you have entire colleges that are passing kids out of college that don't have not met the standards, but they're being passed on into the workforce. And so your country is going to suffer as a result because you have people who you're putting into the workforce to drive this country forward who can't drive it forward. They have no abilities. So what's the result of that? Your country is going to fail. And that's where we're at today. Our military is showing signs of no discipline, of no standards. Our colleges, universities, schools, institutions of higher learning are showing no signs of being able to hold on to standards. And we're just pushing kids out who don't have the ability to achieve any sort of level of success. And they're just told to go out and do what you got to do. But how are you going to propel a country forward and achieve a certain level of success that it's achieved, or even maintain that success? It's impossible. It's not going to happen. So what do I tell people? That's why we homestead. That's why we grow our own food. Because you're going to come to a time very quickly in your lifetime where there's not going to be, store shelves full of food. There's not going to be power companies that can continue to keep the power turned on. There's not going to be water companies that can continue to pump water. There's not going to be sewer companies who are going to be able to deal with your waste and process it correctly, because we're filling our newer generations in the workforce with idiots who can't do anything because they were never held to any sort of standard. It's a loss of standards. Folks, you better be preparing. You better be getting ready, because there's no way out of this that's not going to be not painful. Just is what it is. What are your thoughts? Leave a comment below. If you're interested in the Stupid to Hurt shirts, it's been our best-selling shirt of all time. You can go to our website at AmericanHomestead.com and you can buy the shirt right there on the main page, and we're selling them directly from the website now. So if you're interested in that, check it out, AmericanHomestead.com. If we had more hurt in this world, we'd have an awful lot less stupid. We'd have a lot more people meeting standards. Leave a comment below, like the video before you go. I really appreciate that. That lets YouTube know that people watch and enjoy my channel. See you next time on the Homestead. Bye.
One of the best perks about living off-grid is that I never pay an electric bill. I love being my own power company, but that means when things go wrong, I have to be the one on call. So I try and use reliable components for my power production. For the last couple of years, I have been promoting OUPES solar generators. I've been using them and abusing them, and as it turns out, they are pretty good products. They have power generators for all occasions, and they can be charged by permanent or portable solar panels as well as AC power. They offer true lithium iron phosphate batteries, and this is important. Recently, a family in my area had a different brand that uses the less stable nickel manganese cobalt or NMC type batteries. The unit caught fire in the middle of the night. It was a scary situation and it caused damage to the home, but thankfully nobody was hurt. The generator, as you can see, was a total loss. This drives home the point on why it's so important to employ solar generators like the OUPES brand that uses the much more safe and stable technology of lithium iron phosphate, otherwise called LiFePO4. They offer small generators for travel or for powering an entire home and everything in between. These are great backups to have in a medical emergency, or to power a freezer full of your favorite meat products, or as I have shown in past videos, for even backup AC and DC power sources for ham radio communications. If the grid goes down, you're going to be thankful you have one of these units. You can find the link in the description of this video or click on the banner ad found on the front page of our website at AmericanHomestead.com. Right here, that banner ad right there on AmericanHomestead.com. Hey guys, did you know you can become a patron of an American Homestead? They get access to private videos, and we send them gifts from the homestead that we make here on the homestead. And we also enter our patrons into special giveaways that are only available to them. And before you go, please check out these other great videos. Go ahead, click. Oh wait,